If Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Before I get into the main topic, let me tell you some backstory first. Once upon a time, there was a little girl. Her name is Kyla. Since 2018, she was lived in Tasikmalaya for 6 years. She was living her best life there. Sadly, after graduating high school, she had to leave Tasik, the city of her first experiences. Honestly, it was one of the hardest things she's ever done. Oh yeah, and by the way, that little girl is me. So yeah, with all that Tasik drama still fresh in my heart, getting accepted to UNJ didn't really excite me. So, the journey begins. Before the actual orientation, or people usually call it ospec, my faculty decided to have a yearly practice session. Yeah, practicing cheers, like we are auditioning for the cheerleader squad or something. To be honest, at the first day, I was lucky worried. What if I didn't make any friends? But then I remember that everyone keeps saying, during ospec, you gotta be friendly, you gotta be friendly, you gotta be friendly. So, I put out my brightest smile and went full on so awkward mode. And turns out, it worked. On the very first day, I met my first friend at UNJ, Shayla. Shout out to Shayla for not thinking I was weird that day. And also, as the yell practice went on, my sock-up energy started paying off. One by one, we started making new friends. First, there was Shayla, and then came Grace, and then Intan, and then Najma, and Barely. By the end of it, we were like, hey, why not just stick together? And then, ta-da! Just like that, the 6 of us became a squad. Then came the first day of real classes. It was listening and speaking session, and the vibe was, well, it's kinda awkward, but it's understandable. I mean, it's new faces, new energy, everyone's still figuring out who's who. Honestly, it wasn't that bad, no disaster, and I didn't make any fool of myself, I think. Now, here's the twist. Even though me and my friends were super close during ospec, once the semester started, we got split up into different classes. Me, Intan, and Grace ended up in Class A, while Shayla, Najma, and Bentley got placed in Class F. It was kinda sad actually, but thankfully, none of us were completely alone, and we still had the same classes for general subject. And no worries, we still stayed close, and until now, we're still super tight. Whenever we're bored at campus, we often visit Shade's place since it's closest to campus. Sometimes we talk about everything, watching movies, sleeping while waiting for other classes, eating noodles, some brownies, and just have fun. As time passed, we got to know the rest of my classmates. Eventually, I make friends with everyone, and they turn out to be such good people. We even hang out at Block M together, and that was a total fun. That's when I really felt like we were all super close, even if classes was mostly online due to our faculty's building still being under construction. Looking back, leaving Tasik felt like the hardest thing ever. I thought nothing could replace the memories and people I had there. But now, after a few months at UNJ, I realized that even when Tasik will always have a special place in my heart, life keeps moving forward, and so do I. So, for the next semester, more memories, and hopefully, more open classes. Until then, I'll just keep adapting, learning, and learning. And I think that's all for me. Thank you so much for your attention, and please do not subscribe. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.